name is Melissa Gross. I am the Director for Ambulatory Nursing. Oh, excuse me. And today I have the privilege to share a little bit about the DAISY Foundation. So DAISY is an acronym for Diseases Attacking the Immune System. The DAISY Foundation was formed in November of 1999 by the family of J. Patrick Barnes, who died at the age of 33 of complications of idiopathic thrombocytopenia purpura. Did you just see who? That's awesome. The nursing care Patrick received when he was hospitalized profoundly touched his family. After his death, the Barnes family knew that the first and foremost that they wanted to say thank you for the gifts that nurses gave their patients and their families every day, just as they had experienced in a way to honor their son, husband, brother, and father. They created the DAISY Award Foundation for Extraordinary Nurses. The goal was to ensure that nurses know how deserving they are of society's profound respect for their education, training, brain power, and skill that they put into their work, especially for the caring which they deliver every day. The DAISY Award is a nationwide program that rewards and celebrates extraordinary clinical skills and compassionate care given by nurses every day. The University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics is a proud DAISY Hospital Award since 2008, and we recognize one extraordinary nurse every month to honor them. Today we honor you, Kelly, on this much-deserved recognition.
So for y'all that don't know me, I'm Amanda. I'm the Assistant Nurse Manager in the Cancer Center. Kelly joined our Cancer Center family and team on March 15th of 2021. Kelly brought with her years of experience and a desire to make a difference in someone's life. Kelly has been touching lives since graduating from the University of Iowa College of Nursing in 1991. She has worked in different areas throughout her nursing career, including UIHC on the inpatient units and most recently at the University of Iowa Community Home Care for 19 years before making the decision to return back to UIHC. To say we are thrilled that she's a member of our team is an understatement. Kelly's teammates describe Kelly as someone that makes a difference, someone that makes everyone's day. Kelly is caring, compassionate, and has a great sense of humor that keeps the team going. Kelly is a dedicated nurse, but those that she holds the dearest are her family, her husband and best friend Doug, her daughter Emma, son Ian, and daughter-in-law Emma. Kelly, we are so proud of you and are so happy that you were chosen for this well-deserved honor.
Thank you. So I'm Natalie Knezovich. I am the nurse manager in the cancer clinic. And Kelly, the person that nominated you was Penny Traum. That name sounds familiar?
Maybe.
Okay. So I'm going to read the nomination form, and I think it'll just jog your memory a little bit, okay? So my mother was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year and was recently referred to the U of I for further treatment. While all of our experiences with Kelly and all staff at the U of I have been extraordinary, one specific day, Kelly just went so far above and beyond, and I couldn't be more grateful. My mom and I left for Iowa City at 6 a.m. for an 11-hour day of tests and scans. The first appointment was a biopsy, where my mom fell asleep after the procedure. She was so weak, in both a wheelchair and on oxygen. We had several hours to wait until the next appointment, and we're asking Kelly for a recommendation for a quiet area in the hospital to sit and wait. Kelly ultimately found us an open private room that we were able to pass that time in, with a bed where my mom was able to get much needed rest. She set an alarm to come and take me to the cafeteria for lunch, and another alarm prior to our next appointment so she could show us the way. She got my mom an extra oxygen tank so she wouldn't have to continue conserving the one she brought, as well as held onto the one we brought for us so I wouldn't have to struggle wheeling both that and my mom across the hospital. At the end of the day, when she met us to exchange the oxygen tanks, she ended up going all the way to our car with us to help me get my mom situated and to return the wheelchair for us. I didn't think we would see Kelly again that day after our very first appointment, yet she was there at every turn, making a long, stressful day so much more bearable. Her kindness and compassion have been beyond what I've ever experienced. She was clearly very busy that day, being pulled in so many directions, and yet was there for us at every opportunity, even after we were no longer in her immediate care. Since then, I've heard stories from my dad about how Kelly has been an angel, a person they've relied heavily on as now frequent visitors of U of I Hospital. A couple additional examples include her providing gift cards to them for the cafeteria and a situation where she was able to get an appointment moved up on a day my mom wasn't feeling so well. And so she wouldn't have to wait as long. Every time she sees my mom in the waiting area, she makes a concerted effort to come over and say hi and see how she's doing and how she can help. I've never seen someone more suited for the job they have, and I'm beyond grateful for her, as are my parents. We can never thank her enough for all she has done and for all we are sure she will continue to do for us. She is an amazing member of your staff, and we hope she is able to receive this recognition she deserves and more. Again, we cannot say thank you enough to Kelly and to all the staff at the U of I Hospital.
Congratulations. Thank you. I'm Emily Ward. I'm the Associate Chief Nurse Executive, and I get to share with you some of the things that you get for being our Daisy Award winner this month. The Barnes family gives us this nice detailed handout of the history of the award and about the things that you get, and there's something in here that I want to read because I think it's so meaningful. They say, the family was very impressed by the clinical care that the nurses provided, but what really overwhelmed them was the compassion and kindness that the nurses brought to his bedside day in and day out. And I think that that statement really highlights what the Daisy Award is. People expect that nurses will come and take great care of them, but it is the things that you all do each and every day that when you go above and beyond that makes such a lasting impact on our patients and their families. So thank you so much. So for being our Daisy Award winner this month, you get your bouquet of daisies. The other thing that you get is this soapstone statue. So this is called the Healer's Touch. It is a representation of the bond between nurses and their patients. These sculptures are hand carved by artists in Zimbabwe, and each piece is signed by one of the many Shona artists that the Daisy Foundation supports. As you know, the economy and politics in Zimbabwe have been in turmoil for decades, and the artists are able to support hundreds of people and their families by the work that they do in creating these. So each one is just a little bit different, and they have a website that you can go to via the Daisy Foundation if you want to learn more about the artists there. The other thing that you get is your Daisy certificate, which is signed by the Barnes family. The other thing that you get, I don't see it here, is a pin for to put on your badge so that people know that you are one of our Daisy Award winners. And then the last thing is cinnamon rolls to share with your entire team. So I think it probably goes without saying that, behind every great nurse is a great team.
Yes.
And so I should start by saying if you want to share these with your team. But the reason that we do cinnamon rolls is because when Patrick Barnes was in the hospital, he didn't have a good appetite. And one day his dad brought in a cinnamon roll and Patrick had asked for a bite of it. And before his dad knew it, he ate the entire cinnamon roll. And so at the end of the day, before Patrick's dad left, Patrick said, bring me a cinnamon roll tomorrow and make sure you bring enough for all the nurses as well. And so one of the things that they say in here that I think is really special is those cinnamon rolls were Pat's thank you to his nurses, and the foundation wants all nurses to share in his favorite treat as a gratitude to all you do. The second reason is that nursing is a real team sport. We have never seen better teamwork than what we see among all of you. So the cinnamon rolls are to celebrate your team and give you an opportunity to stop for a few minutes and share something special together. Finally, almost without exception, when a nurse receives the Daisy Award, the humble response is, I didn't do anything special, I was just doing my job. What the Daisy nurse may not realize, however, is that when nurses are just doing their jobs, they have such an important and meaningful impact on the lives of so many people, many more than their patients. So that's why the Daisy asks that cinnamon rolls be served at every presentation. Their message is this: whenever you smell a cinnamon roll, whenever you taste one, whenever you think of one, or if you're baking with cinnamon at home, please remind yourself of how special you are. Whenever you're just doing your job and not doing anything special, you are making a positive difference in a patient's and their family's life. You are making the world a better place because you're a nurse. We and the Daisy Foundation salute you and honor you. Please enjoy the cinnamon rolls as Pat's gift and everlasting thank you for being a nurse. So again, congratulations, and thank you for all